Hello Southern, welcome to Sunday morning mini summer series devotions. We are now on, let me just check, January 10. Good to have you with us. We're going to be reading a couple of verses from Luke chapter 11, starting at verse 33. Before I do, and this might seem like a strange link, but it will link. I remember as a roughly 20-year-old, I had found my way into a group of friends who probably they weren't the best for me, I wasn't the best for them. I was working at Myer and I was a student, and we just spent our time pretty much going out. And I remember distinctly one Sunday morning laying on the driveway sunbaking, another one of those very poor decisions. And my mum came out of the house fully dressed for church and said, "Are you coming to church this morning?" Now, I had long given up on going to church. When I say long, probably 6 months or so. And I know that she was asking more than just, "Are you coming to church this morning?" She was really asking, "How is your faith? What's going on? I'm concerned." But she hadn't said a word to that point and never said a word after this. But I just lifted my head slightly and said, "Nah, not coming to church." And she looked at me and in the least condemning way possible said to me, "Well, you know what's right." And then she and Dad hopped in the car and went to church. Now, I did know what was right, and I did know that what was starting to fill my heart and my mind and my spirit at that time wasn't overly good. So that's what the story I thought of when I was reading Luke chapter 11. So starting at verse 33, it says, "No one lights a lamp and puts it in a place where it will be hidden or under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand so that those who come in may see the light. Your eye is the lamp of your body. When your eyes are healthy, your whole body also is full of light. But when they are unhealthy, your body also is full of darkness. See to it then that the light within you is not darkness. Therefore, if your whole body is full of light and no part of it is dark, it will be just as full of light as when a lamp shines its light on you." So it sounds a lot like those verses we see in, I think it's Luke chapter 8, about that, don't hide your lamp under a bushel, that kind of thing. But in this instance, what we see reference to before it is that all these people are coming to Jesus and saying, "We really want a sign. If you're the Messiah, give us a sign." And what Jesus talks about then, and then leads on into this, is that their motives were completely wrong. They were coming at it from the wrong angle. They weren't, in Jesus' terms, they were coming from darkness rather than from light. In the Roman Greco world, you would find the understanding about eyes and light is not like it is today. So today we would say that light comes in from the outside, goes through our eye and into our body. But in this instance and in this context, the light is within you and comes out of your eyes, which explains a little bit as to why Jesus is talking like this. So I don't know how you feel about sharing your light, how you feel about how much darkness and how much light is going on inside you. It's not something we're very familiar with, these references and these terms in today's world, because we spend a lot of time saying that we're all light, that everything's light, and that any decision you make, if it's good for you, then it's fine. Jesus is pretty clear that that's not right. And he's very clear that we need to be making sure that what's inside is lightness, not darkness. So you, like me, might think, well, I don't know, how much light is there inside of me and how much darkness is there? How many mistakes do I make? How much do I sin? How many bad decisions do I make that mean that I'm sometimes coming from darkness rather than light, as it says here? And back as this 20-year-old laying there sunbaking, developing, all kinds of skin problems, I think it was pretty clear as I look back that I was coming from this point of view of darkness. And so you would think, wouldn't you, that in terms of how to get back on track, that would be this long and lengthy process of finding your way back to faith. But really and realistically, it wasn't that long. Because, and this is the joy of the gospel, this is the joy that we get to share within our families, within our neighbourhoods, within our church, within the surrounding areas we minister to. The joy and the hope and the miracle of the gospel is that our Dad, our Heavenly Father, is standing on the gate looking out for us to come home. And whether we've been, wallowing around in darkness, or whether we've been shedding light from our relationship with Jesus, from reading the Bible, from making good decisions or not, Jesus, our Father, is standing on the gate waiting for us to come home. So we're beginning this new year, we're thinking about how Southern can serve and bring hope to our community. We don't need to be thinking, I'm not good enough for that, I don't have enough light for that. All we need to remember is that the work has been done for us, that the gospel is good news, that it is freeing, that we can be filled with light because, remember from those early verses in John, Jesus is the light and he can fill us. So let's be remembering that as we walk into this year. Let's be embraced by that Father who's standing poised on the gate saying, where is my child? And welcoming us with open arms. So enjoy that freedom and that knowledge this morning. Thanks.